Hello, this is Sweet June 2010. It's been a while since I've been on here because my other computer went kapooey on me, and it got so I couldn't get on the internet, and you know, so I got a new computer, so now I'm back. I want to say thank you to all my subscribers. I really appreciate it. And to any new people watching my videos, please subscribe to me. It's a great help. You come on this channel and you get some enlightenment. um, this right now. I just want to talk about. I'm just want to vent. I just want to vent. I'm just feeling some type of way right now. I'm just a little down in the dumps. I'm very frustrated right now. Um, just really frustrated. You know, um, I've been struggling for a really long time. I'm a single mother, two sons. Been struggling for a really, really long time, like 26 years or so. I've been struggling for a very long time, and just trying to get to a place to where I want to be. My goal has been over the past few years. My goal has been to become financially secure and self-sufficient. Um, what I've always desired to be was um, self-sufficient. Um, be in a position to where I don't have to be, asking nobody for nothing. To put it bluntly, I don't want to be running down to uh, the welfare office and asking for food stamps and some type of assistance. I have always tried to. Um, my goal has always been to become self-sufficient, to where I don't have to. The only two people that I want to rely on is Jehovah God and myself. That's always been my goal. And I'm really disappointed right now because I haven't reached that goal. I went to school and I worked for years. And I've worked various jobs and went to school for years. And now I'm at a place now where all my financial aid is maxed out. I'm only 3 classes away from my bachelor's degree. Don't quote me on that. I have to check out and find that out for sure. But I think I'm only 3 classes away from getting my bachelor's degree. And now I'm at a standstill because my financial aid, everything is maxed out. So I'm really frustrated about that. I've gotten so close. I've come so close to graduating only to have this big old wall. And, the government made cuts in education, so they put a cap on the Pell Grants back in 2012. So that shut that down. And all my student loans are maxed out. The only thing I can say good about what the government did was they reformed the student loans to where you can get into repayment plans and that type of situation. So that's a blessing because ain't no way I can the payments that I owe. I'm not gonna say how much I owe, but the payments that I would be making if I was paying it back is more than what my income can pay. There's no way I can pay that. So it's by the grace of God that they did. I'm glad that they did that because they said the student loan debt in this country was higher than the credit card debt. So that's pretty sad. It's pretty sad that we live in a country that doesn't offer free education. But that's another blog. I'm not really trying to go into all that, but maybe I'll talk about that on another blog. However, I'm just really frustrated right now. I'm just really, really frustrated, and I just want to vent. You know, I'm not trying to complain. I just want to vent. You know, because my goal over the last few years was to become self-sufficient. You know, I figured if I go to school, you know, work really hard, I can graduate and I can get a really great paying job. Well, that didn't happen. You know, I'm finding myself still making pretty much $8 and something an hour, and I just really thought that I would be a lot further in life than what I am. You know, and I'm really, really frustrated right now, to say the least. So, I mean, I just, you know, I'm at a place in my life to where I feel like I should be further ahead in my life. So, I mean, I just feel like no matter what I try to do, it just nothing never works out. I'm frustrated about my car situation because I bought this Chrysler 300 back in 2013, and you know, it was a 2003, you know, nice car and everything. We test drove it and everything. It ran good at the time when I bought it. Then I buy it. A few months later, I find out that the engine is jacked up on it. And then the engine blows on it. And I really love this car. You know, thought that this was going to be some reliable transportation for me. And the engine finally, you know, decided to blow out. So I went almost a year without a car. You know, prior to that, before the engine went out, I went a time without a car because I had to have some front end work done to it. And I had the front end work done to it, and then I drove it again for a little while, and then the engine goes out on me. So I've been through a series of hoopties, you know, but this was probably the best hoopty that I've ever had in my life. And so I'm really frustrated because now I have a car that I cannot drive, a nice car that I cannot drive. Needless to say, you know, it's at my mechanics or the shop, you know. And so now this year, you know, I was able to get a Ford Taurus. Well, it's a little beat up looking, but you know, the engine is good. It's got some few minor repairs that needs to be done to it, but it does run good. And I'm praying that this car winds up being reliable for me. I'm a little nervous because I don't know what's going to happen. You know, now I feel like I want to get into car repairs and learning how to do some minor car repairs myself, because I didn't have so many hoopties. I'm learning a lot about cars, the different parts of cars and everything through the series of hoopties I've had. And so now I feel like I want to learn to do some minor repairs so maybe I can do some of those things myself. So I'm kind of taking on an interest in automotives. And so I'm a little nervous at this point because I don't know how, you know, if this car is going to last me. I'm praying really hard that it does, because I'm at a place now to where I'm trying to seek out a better paying job, because the job that I have right now is just not paying the bills. You know, as I mentioned in some of my other videos, I work in child care, and unfortunately it's a low paying field. I enjoy the work. I really enjoy what I do. Unfortunately, I don't have a passion for it, so it's not enough for me to really want to stay in the field. But I do love working. I love children anyway. I do enjoy working with the children. I'm learning a lot. But at the same time, the job is just not paying the bills. And as Miss Robbie say on Sweetie Pie, if it don't make no money, it don't make no sense. So that's where I'm at right now. And I just I'm really frustrated right now. I'm just, like I said, I'm not trying to complain. I'm just venting, because I'm very grateful for having a job. You know, it's very, I have to remind myself, you know, that it's a blessing to have a job because, you know, a lot of people don't have a job. So at the end of the day, I am very grateful to have a job. But at the same time, I'm very frustrated because I expected to be at a certain place in my life, and I'm not. Um, I'm not saying that where I work is bad. Like I said, I love what I do. It's a lot of aspects about my job that I love. But, it's not um, something that right now I'm interested in doing, finding a job where I can make good money, decent money, and have fun at and enjoy what I do at the same time. If I can find that, that would be lovely, if I can find that. You guys will excuse me. I think I have to plug in my computer here. I don't want the battery to go out. If you excuse me for just a minute. Trying to plug in my computer. I don't want the battery to go out. But right now, I'm just frustrated right now because I just want to be self-sufficient. I just want to be financially stable. And, right now I'm in a lot of debt. And I know that I got myself in that situation. I know I did. But it's very difficult. So I'm really frustrated about that. I really would like to get out of debt and be debt-free. And that was one of the reasons why I was going to school, so I can be debt-free and, I can maybe someday purchase a home. And I'm not there. I'm not to a place to where I really want to be in my life. And I'm really frustrated right now. And it's just really, really frustrating to me because it just seems like no matter how hard I try and no matter what I do, I can't seem to get ahead. And I'm not going to give up, because I'm not a quitter, but it's really, really upsetting to me. It's really frustrating and it's really upsetting. Just recently, the transit system in my town was hiring bus drivers. So I put in an application, and they sent me a letter. I got really excited because they sent me a letter and said that they wanted, I passed the initial screening process, the first screening process, which means that they liked my driving record enough to where they wanted to, invite me to come take the test. So, I was so excited, to even be given that opportunity. So I went down and I took the test, took a day off work, went down and took the test. Now, mind you, this job, starting pay is $15 an hour. After 90 days, it would have went up to 16 something an hour. After a year, you're making almost $17 an hour. This is driving the city bus in my town. I said, well, for that, I'll push that bus down the street. Okay, happily with a smile on my face for that kind of money. And I'm thinking, oh my God, I could get out of debt. I'm thinking I can get out of debt. Maybe I can purchase a home. Because I like to be able to purchase my own home, not just for the fact of not just to live in, to live in it, but for financial and investment purposes as well. Because I'm loving real estate. I'm kind of into real estate, and so, it would be a nice investment for me to be able to purchase a home. So I'm thinking, I said, well, I'll be able to purchase a home. Maybe I'll be able to get out of debt. Not necessarily in that order. By the way, I got approved for a mortgage years ago. Years ago when I had just had my oldest son, and that didn't work out. I was very close to buying a house then, but it didn't work out. So I just felt like I just I just keep going backwards. You know, I get a few steps ahead in life and I get pushed right back. And that's how I feel. You know, I feel like I get a few steps ahead and then something knocks me right back down. It's like trying to climb out of a poverty. I like to use the analogy of a deep pit. That's I like to use that analogy when talking about poverty. Poverty is like a deep pit. It's like you're in this deep pit. You done fell in this deep pit, and you're trying to climb your way out of this pit. And every time you try to get a few steps ahead, then a little mini rock slide or dirt slide happens, and then it knocks you down a few pegs. And then you got to try to climb up it again. That's how I like to use that analogy when I talk about poverty. It's like a deep pit. It literally is like a deep pit. It's like you try to climb your way out of it, and then something else just knocks you back down. And then, you know, every time you kind of making a little progress, something else knocks you back down. And that's how I feel. You know, I feel like I'm in this deep, deep pit of poverty. And every time I kind of halfway kind of get my way out of it or try to climb, you know, and make some progress, a little slide comes along and just knocks me back down. You know, and I thank God I thank Jehovah God that I have a close relationship with Him. I think I don't know if I would have been able to really deal with all this stuff if it wasn't for my relationship with God. You know, I mean, He has been pulling me through all these trials and tribulations, and I've been through so much over the years. I mean, I would probably need a video about 2 or 3 hours long to tell you everything that I've been through over the last 25 years. You know, it's been really, really rough for me. It's been a rough, hard road, and I'm just glad that I have that close relationship with God, because I think if I didn't, then it would be hard for me to cope with all this. It would be hard for me to deal with it. And my kids, they keep me strong too. And now I have a granddaughter, so, you know, they keep me strong too. But I get so discouraged. I get so frustrated, you know. And I don't know what to do, you know. Only thing I can do is pray, you know. And I just keep trying. I don't give up, you know. Oh, about the test. I'm sorry, I got off track. I took the bus driving test. Well, they just sent me the letter the other day, and I failed the test. So I'm not being further considered, because once you pass the test, they gave you 2 tests. And once you pass the test, they put you in another pool. They said they were creating a pool, so to speak, of applicants. And once you pass the test, they put you in another pool, and it puts you in a position to be further considered for the position, where possibly you may be called for an interview and stuff like that. Well, this is where it stops for me, because I failed the test. So when I looked at that letter, I felt like I've held the letter in my hand, and I felt like I was waiting on a college acceptance or something like that. And I just opened the letter, and I just sat there and just cried, you know. You know. Anyway, I'm very frustrated right now. I just want to vent. I'm not complaining. I just want to vent because I'm very frustrated. You know, this was, you know, a good opportunity, and I said, well, at least I tried. You know, and if I get the opportunity to retake the test, I'm sure going to take it. I'm going to ask them. I'm going to call them and ask them if there's any way I can get another opportunity to take the test. And if they say yeah, well, I'm going to jump right on it, you know. And I just told myself, you know, I know that I said, June, there'll be other opportunities. This is not the only one. There'll be other opportunities out there. But right now, I just feel so, I don't know. I'm just really frustrated right now. I just feel really hopeless right now, you know, because I'm really, really trying really hard to pull myself up out of the situation. It's just you know, money is they say money is not everything, but money is very important. But not having enough money, they say money doesn't make you happy, but not having enough makes you miserable. And you know, when you at a place where you can't hardly pay your bills and you're barely surviving, it's hard. You know, God makes a way at the end of the day, and I'm very grateful for that. But you know, it's just very difficult. I just really, really at a place in my life to where I'm just so tired of struggling. I'm so sick and tired of struggling. I'm so tired of, um, you know, going through these things. And so I just keep up the faith. I just try to keep my faith. You know, it's times like this where it kind of tests your faith. Um, I'm just I'm trying to hold on to faith. Like I said, if it wasn't for my relationship in God, I don't know where I would be. I would have a very difficult time if it wasn't for my relationship with God. But because of my relationship with God, it does keep me strong, you know. And I'm just I thank Jehovah God for God, if that makes sense. And so I just if it wasn't me having a close relationship with Him, I wouldn't know what to do. I would probably I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I like to think I'm a pretty strong person. I mean, but you know, I'm at a place now to where I'm just tired. You know, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, and I'm just really frustrated. You know, there's two things in my life that remains consistent. You know, there's a lot of changes that take place in life, but there's two things in life that remain consistent, that never changes. My jobs change. Kids are growing up, you know, getting older. I'm getting older. Other things in life changes, but two things in my life that always remain consistent. And that's my finances don't seem to ever change. And I still have yet found a mate. A marriage mate. So those are two things that remain consistent in, you know, in my life year after year. You know, and right now, personally, you know, right now, I mean, I was a little upset about, you know, I wanted to get married at a certain time in my life, and I was very disappointed when that didn't happen. Um, but you know, frankly, right now, I'm more upset about my financial situation than my marital situation right now, to be honest. I'm more upset about that right now, to where, I mean, I haven't gotten to a place to where I can be stable, you know, financially stable, and it's very frustrating. It's very frustrating to me. I just wanted to do a little venting. Like I said, I'm not trying to complain, because I'm very grateful for what I do have, and I realize that things can be a whole lot worse. They can be a whole lot worse, and so I thank God every day for a roof over my head and everything. I mean, I don't dare want to take those things for granted, you know. But at the same time, I just want to get to a place to where I can be self-sufficient. You know, I want to be self-sufficient. I want to be stable. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. Well, I mean, of course, being rich would be nice, but I don't have to be rich. I just want to be stable. I just want to be stable. I just want to be able to pay my bills. I want to be able to, you know, be stable and not have to struggle, you know. And I have yet to accomplish that goal. And so that's just talking about what's on my heart right now, and that's what's on my heart right now, and that's what I'm dealing with. So you guys feel free to comment in the comment section. Let me know what's going on with you. What's on your mind? What's on your heart? I'm interested in hearing about it. Maybe we can be a source of um, encouragement for each other. I'm all for that. Maybe I can encourage you. You can encourage me. Let me know what's going on in the comments. Let me know what you guys are dealing with. What's on your mind? What's on your heart? Okay. Well, stay tuned. Got more videos to come. Sweet June 2010.